Ladies and gentlemen, the final set of Dreamhack Open 2013 that I will be casting is about to begin. It is going to be a Zerg versus Zerg, you could say a C player's specialty. We'll find out here if PiG is going to be able to deal with life. Game number one, now starting up on Belshire Vestige. Just fix up the overlay in a second. Starting up at the top right-hand side, he is a red Zerg player here. He's, of course, playing for Startail. It is the one, the only, the Life. And across on the bottom right-hand side as our blue Zerg player, he's playing for Team Exile 5. We're, of course, speaking of PiG. It is getting extremely late in Sweden. Well, I'm sort of a little bit on Sweden time now because I've just been up for so damn long. So it's getting extremely late for me. I tell you what, I'm going to crash. As I said, last set of the night for me. Tomorrow for the final 8, it is going to be a... It is going to be all about the mainstream. Those main casters are going to be helping you guys out with broadcasting some excellent StarCraft 2. Let's not forget the sponsors of the event. Of course, we are talking about ISO, Logitech, and Kingston HyperX, along with Twitch TV. So a big thanks goes out to all of the sponsors, and thank you guys. Everyone, give yourself a pat on the back for tuning in. Thank you for watching the stream. It has been an amazing couple of days of broadcasting for me. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, and met quite a few people. I've actually gotten to learn some Finnish and some Swedish and stuff. It's been quite fun. Anyway, we'll see what happens. PiG going for his hatchery first. Life is going to go for a spawning pool. A little bit quick there as well, so we'll see what damage he can get done. But it looks like Life is going to also get his hatchery down. So... Well, as I said, like, some people are just mentioning a C player is good at Zerg versus Zerg. I tell you what, I'm sure they are, because we've got a lot of them. Final 16, yeah, sorry. Good job, Jazzbot. But, yeah, a lot of the C players, we've got, you know, there's one young fellow in the chat there. I'm sure you can see him just giving a bit of a wink there. Let's see if he gives everybody a hair flick. Of course, there is Moonglade. There is PiG, of course, who's here at Dreamhack doing a wonderful job of advancing through his groups. There is also, you know, there's also Mafia. And there is also one of the other local C players, Petraeus. There's also Ninja. All sorts of Zerg players down here in the C region. So they get a lot of practice in Zerg versus Zerg. So I'll be very intrigued to see how PiG handles this. But let's not forget, we're talking about Startail Life. This kid has won so much stuff. I can't even count. I'm pretty sure it's a number past 10. So I have no idea how much stuff he's won. He has won, of course, the MLG Winter Championship 2013, Iron Squid Chapter 2. GSL Blizzard Cup, MLG Fall Championship, all sorts of things has the young Startail Life won. Everyone's it used to sort of equate him to Flash when Flash first started, and you know, perhaps that is certainly true. He's a young player who has done a wonderful job in the scene. But let's talk about what's going on here in this Zerg versus Zerg. Of course, it is a matchup that used to be very, very cut and dry as to what goes on. It used to pretty much be, let's get some mutas and have a party, because that was basically what happened in every single Zerg versus Zerg. It was very, very boring. It got very stale. You got to start seeing muta clouds, and players would just say, I lost 2 mutas in the muta fight, so therefore I'm dead. So it just got a little bit boring. But with the Spore Crawler change, has it changed things a huge amount? I'm not sure. I'm not a big expert on the topic. I'm sure Moonglade can comment in the chat if he thinks it has changed quite a lot. But I know there has been some very small changes. Is PiG going? Wow, very nice micro there from PiG to keep that drone alive. That was very impressive. You know, Spore Crawler change, giving up players a couple of more options to dive into things like roaches. And as we can see, there is the option for a Roach Warren, and PiG is going to go for it. So Life is looking to get some really heavy pressure going. We've got a few, actually not necessarily huge pressure, but we do have a lot of Lings now making their way across the map. Ling speed just about to finish up. Banelings now being morphed inside the natural base. A couple more also being added in as well. It looks like he's going to add in the defense here, because there are a lot of Lings now making their way across for PiG. gonna see what damage you can get done. The Banes are about to hatch, and Pig needs to be extremely careful there. Forced to go into a little bit of a knife fight here with the Lings and the Banes, dropping off a couple of Lings there, trying to target them onto the Banes to get rid of them. And Pig is going to get started with some roaches. He's getting 9 roaches out. Life is going to try and get a lot of Lings out. So we're going to have a basically a Ling Bane versus a Ling Roach fight here. In fact, it's just going to be mainly roaches here for Pig. So they're going to try and dance back and forward, the magical dance. We need some sort of guitar music going along in the background here, like we need some Dragon Force or something, because it is just an absolute wondrous battle between the players. Who has the best APM to be able to target some Lings onto Banes? Who's going to make sure that their Banes don't shoot any or try and explode on any Lings or anything like that? And Pig has those roaches out now. They're going to do a really good amount of damage, pushing back across the map. Life is going to have to be very careful. He's going to have to be very tactical with the way that he moves across the map. Pig is now building up 16 more Lings. He's got a Baneley Nest also on the way. The player's constantly battling left, right, and center. Life going to drop off a couple Lings here. Oh, wow, nicely done by Pig. Lets those Lings go free. And we do see that the Lings are now down here at the natural base of Pig. Life has found a way, and he is going to get a lot of damage done. Bane's now coming through. We'll see how much damage they can get done, but there is a counter-attack from Pig. Roach is now pushing through. 2 spines, 3 spines are now ready to go for the Australian Zerg player. Drones now coming off the line. It looks as if we did lose a couple of drones inside Pig's main base, but what he will lose is all of these roaches. I don't think they're going to last too long, getting surrounded by Lings and drones, but as we can see, Pig brings in his own Lings, and he's going to take a little bit of a Ling lead there. A Ling lead. That's kind of weird. Anyway, the production still continues from both of these players. We've got a few roaches making their way out, or just a single roach is going to be the guardian of these Banes. And now the Lings making their way inside. Pig is going to dive inside the main base here. Bane's now looking to try and explode inside the mineral line. Life is not protecting his main base here, and the Banes explode on top of a huge group of Lings. But as we can see, the Lings inside are going to be deflected for the most part, and Life is going to get started with a Spire. So there is just so much crazy aggression going on in this game here. Both of these players just really doing nicely with their various forms of harassment. Let's check out the worker tab. Of course, it is currently sitting at 33 for Pig. He just hatched a whole bunch of drones. Will he be able to defend against these Lings that are pushing through? That is a big question, because Pig is now going to lose a queen. No. Well, yes, okay. Spins around. Life's control is just incredible. 320 APM at this point for the Korean Zerg player. We can see that he is constantly moving back and forward with these Lings, trying to find a little bit of a sweet spot here. Does find that there are some drones and gets a big bailing hit on the drones there. They're very low in health, but Pig is able to defend for the moment. But these Lings are now gotten inside. The worker kill tally has gone up to 17. Life is doing a wonderful job killing off the economy of Pig, and that could be it right there. He's going to make his way inside the main base. The Lings now getting in there, doing some damage, and Life is just everywhere in this game right now. Pig trying to come across with his own counter-aggression, but unfortunately not getting too much done. Pig is now down to 16 drones, and things are looking very, very grim here for Pig. And, you know, this has just been so back and forth, and now Life is going to set up 6 Mutalisks. He's got them on the way. There is virtually no defense. Pig cannot invest in Spore Crawlers at this point, so as soon as he sees those, I think he is going to have to GG, because he's about to try and push through. Spines reburrowing, so a couple of Banelings now coming out, and this is all but over here for Pig, unfortunately, in game number 1, so Startail Life, it looks like he is going to take the win in this first game. The Mutas now are on the way out, and that is probably a big signal for the Australian Zerg player that this is pretty much done. GG, well played in game number 1.